Please give a warm welcome to Bonnie Levison.
So it is early January 2009, and I'm sitting in a restaurant here in New York City, and I'm feeling really anxious. I'm waiting for Steven. Steven and I have been dating for the last 3 years, but the last year it has been really rough. It's been really on and off. And I've just had such a hard time because I've decided we're just so different. He is really aggressive and he loves to break the rules, and it makes me crazy because I'm the polar opposite. I wouldn't break a rule if my life depended on it, and I'm really cautious, and it makes him crazy. And I've just decided it's been enough. We can't go through this anymore. It's time, no matter what. So tonight, I'm going to break up with him. So I see Steven across the room, and he's coming toward me, and he has a big smile on his face. He's about 6 feet tall. He has a beard and glasses, and he's in his usual uniform of the baseball cap, the black shirt, the blue jeans, and the sneakers. And I tease him because he looks a lot like another Steven, the famous one, Steven Spielberg. And he's coming towards me, and I can feel my heart beating. And he has this envelope, and he throws it down on the table. And he sits down. He goes, I know you want to talk to me, but I have some news. But what do you want to tell me? And I said, I could just feel the pit in my stomach. And I said, no, you first. And he said, okay, well, I did some work with this company, and you're not going to believe this. They just gave me 2 tickets, hotels, all the events to the Obama inauguration. And I want to take you. And I'm like, I know what I have to do here. I know what I have to do. And I dig deep, and I look at him, and I say, when do we leave? Not my proudest moment. A couple of weeks later, I wake up in Washington, D.C., and it's the morning of the inauguration. And I'm so excited. It is the most beautiful day. There is not a cloud in the sky. It is beautiful, and there are people everywhere, and everyone's smiling, and the energy is palpable. It is freezing out, and everyone's bundled up, and nobody cares. It's just amazing. We get on this shuttle bus, and we make our way to the National Mall. And we have these yellow tickets, so I'm really excited. We have these tickets, we're getting in, and we make our way to the National Mall. We get out, and the bus drops us off about 4 blocks from our entrance. And we're walking block by block, and at every block, these people are lined up. And they're all in these massive lines, and I'm going, oh my God, thank God we have our yellow tickets, because I don't think we'd ever get in. So we finally get 4 blocks down, we get to the yellow ticket entrance, and we turn the corner, and our hearts drop. Because we realized that all those people that we just passed also had yellow tickets. And I'm like, Steven, we've got to go and get in line back there. And he's like, no, we're cutting. I'm like, no, we're not. We can't cut. And he's like, we're cutting. And he starts making his way to try and shove into the line of these people that have probably been there since, the darkness, since midnight. And I'm like, oh my God, no, this is what I hate. This is what I hate about him. And these people are, suddenly they stand there like a wall, and they're like, don't even think about it. I'm like, I knew it, oh, it's horrible. And they're like, we have our eyes on you. You go to the back of the line, don't even think about it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is exactly what makes me crazy. And he comes back, and he takes me by the hand, and he pulls me behind a tree next to the entrance. I'm like, Steven, we have to go to the back of the line. He's like, just give me a moment. I feel like something's going to happen. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? And a few minutes later, he takes me by the hand, and he says, just smile and don't say anything. And he takes me off to the other side. The gate and the entrance is on our left, but to our right, off in the distance, is a group of about 30 people, and they're all standing there, and they're getting their photograph taken. And he suddenly pulls me into the back row of this photograph. And he said, just smile. So we stand there in the back row, and I'm smiling, and I'm just like raging inside. What is going on here? And suddenly, this group of 30 people, so the photographer ends, there we are with these 30 people, and one of the women in the group starts handing out tickets. And half of the tickets are yellow. And so about 15 people they're all ages, and he said, just stay in the middle of the group and smile and don't say anything. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so I start walking against every instinct I have. And I just start walking because I have nothing else to do, and I'm keeping my head down, and we're going towards the entrance. And I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm looking around at these people, I'm like, they look so familiar. And I'm like, holy shit, these are the Kennedys. I had my picture taken with the Kennedy family portrait at the Obama inauguration. I felt like I was going to get arrested. And I'm just keeping my head down. And we walked towards this gate, and the same people that were just shunning us and telling us get to the back of the line, they don't see me, and it's like the seas parted for Moses. Suddenly, they let us in before anyone else. And we walk in to the front section. They escort us to the front section of the Obama inauguration. And moments later, I find myself at the foot of the Capitol stairs looking up at the dais where Barack Obama will be inaugurated our president. One of probably the most important historical moments that I will know. And there I am. And I can't believe it. 5 minutes before I thought I was going to get arrested. Now I am just giddy. And I'm like yelling out to Stephen. I'm like, Stephen, take my picture here. I'm taking a picture here. And we're high-fiving people, and how are you doing? And it's all going great. And suddenly people are saying, oh, let me take my picture with Stephen, and that's great. And then it's just all happening. I figured this is just a love-in for everybody in the front section. I love this. And suddenly this very handsome Marine, who's one of the guards there, hands me his camera and said, would you let me take my picture with him? Would you take our picture? And I'm like, well, sure, that's the way it's going here. And I'm holding the camera, and I'm focusing the camera, and I'm looking through it, and I hear to my left a woman say, oh my God, look who that is. And she's like, it's Steven Spielberg. And then I get it. And I'm looking through the camera, and I see his smiling face. And I realize he knows they think he's Steven Spielberg. But he's not going to ruin it. And he did it for me. He's not going to ruin it for them, and he did all this for me. And it occurs to me that, maybe I spent way too much time trying to change him, and maybe I'm the one that needs to change. Maybe I need to take a risk once in a while, and maybe I need to lighten up, and maybe I need to think about this relationship a little more. And for anyone out there that knows the Kennedys, you just tell them, thank you, and I'm really sorry about the picture.